Hello, everyone. You guys should be able to hear me. Hello, and cam stream today. That looks really bright. Hold on, dim this a little bit. That's a little bit better. The lighting in my room still sucks, but at least it's not blinding. Look at Catbot. Thank you for the posture check and hydrate. Everyone, take a sip of water and check your posture. Can you guys hear me all right? This is the second time we've done this setup, and I always worry that something bad is going to happen. I also worry that like the quality of the camera itself is kind of shitty. Sound is good, glad to hear it. Is the BGM too loud? Can you guys hear me clearly? We're joined today by our trusty Sire. Art done by Alcor. Alcor is actually at a convention right now. Oh, Sire. I'll put small name on the bottom right on your right shoulder. Bottom right shoulder. Ah! You can give them pats with your non-model hand. Okay. This one. Close. Other shoulder. Other shoulder. This shoulder. Close enough, guys. But welcome in. How you guys doing? Grogu, thank you so much for the raid. Fun playing Satisfactory. The layers aren't quite right, but it'll have to do. I always feel bad because of all the stinking plastic. These stinky booster boxes always leave behind. My throat's a little bit, there you go. Let me allow that. Yes, I know. She always has the greatest luck. And Uma Musume, she has a fully maxed limit break Kitas on black. So yes. This is Distorted Reflections. Distorted Reflections is the next set in Grand Archive. It is not a what's the official term for it? It's not like an expansion set. It is limit break, yes. That is what MLB stands for, max limit break. But yes, this is not an expansion set, but a brand new set. Comes with more packs and more cards per pack, so the box is a little bit larger for this was the Mercurial Heart set from the last time we opened boxes. And you can see that's what the size is. This is an expansion set. This is what a brand new set looks like. So we have fewer packs to open, but more cards to get out of it. Right? This here, the theme for Distorted Reflections is, because you guys know that like the last couple of times we opened packs, it was mainly for like the Three Kingdoms story, right? This one is Alice in Wonderland based, so very fantasy oriented. There's gonna be like chess pieces and like like playing card themed characters like Queen of Hearts, or you know, all the card soldiers and stuff. Honestly, my only exposure to Alice in Wonderland is Kingdom Hearts and what else, the like Alice Darkness game that I've watched a couple of people play, but I actually have very little exposure to Alice in Wonderland. So let's go ahead and open up the first pack. Yeah, so this set does feature new types, new like card and follower types. It has 2 new champions, although one is a redo of an old one. This is Diana. She was originally from the Alchemical Revolution and Mercurial Heart set. She was a ranger. She's still a ranger, but now she's more magical girl than, you know, gun, pew pew shooty. She has a staff now, and it looks like a witch. The other champion is I don't know if it's pronounced CL or Kiel, but he's a butler, and he has like a bunch of time-based and omen play styles. My wife is interested in building a Diana deck. I am going to try building a CL deck. Go ahead and open up some of these packs. First one. This is trash. I hate that these have produced so much trash. And it's not even recyclable. You just have to throw it out. First one is a token. I might need to lower the brightness again because you just can't even see this shit. Sorry for the shitty lighting in my room, guys. Is it edible? No. Man, I need to have a better setup. I feel like this camera would be good if it was like I think this camera is good for the cooking stream, but like it doesn't focus very well. There we go. That actually works a lot better. I just had to hit the autofocus button. Wow, that actually looks pretty good. But then, and it still looks okay. I think it's still readable if I go this far down. Yes, I know I still owe you guys the cooking stream. This is a very pretty card, though, I gotta say. It is not very good. The mat is a great demonstration of pixel art mastery, but yes, this is a token. It's something that the Diana champion makes use of. Unwelcome fortune. Yes, Axie, welcome home. More Ave hands. Look at target player's memory, and then you have floating memory. Not a very useful card, but it's cute. That's supposed to be Humpty Dumpty. Seasoned Archer. I feel like, did I just forget to autofocus the last time? Because the cards look way better now than they did in the last pack opening stream I did. There's going to be a lot of Ranger, a lot of Guardian, and a lot of Cleric cards in this deck, in this set. Enchanted Feet. Cover 3, draw a card into your memory. This is not great. It costs way too much, but it's also a common, so I figured. We finished prepping for painting this weekend. What are you painting? I assume Axie is painting a room and not a person, although there will probably be paint on people as they paint the room. Deadly Opportunist. This looks like a tinier Diana. Deadly Opportunist gets +3 attack as long as it's attacking a rested ally. And it has floating memory. It doesn't seem that great, honestly. I think there's a lot more women in this set, so you guys can be happy about that. Target unit becomes distant if that unit is defending ranger ally. Wake it up and gets +2/+2 until that turn. And then you can load this card into the Ether Wing weapon control. Painting a wall between 2 already painted walls, 1 wall of which is glittered. Ever-current Raider. This one's technically a dead person. Distant? Yeah, so distant. I wonder if I don't have a card. No, I do. Okay. So if you read this effect, range 3. As long as this unit is distant, its attacks get +3 attack. Apply this effect only if your champion's class matches this card's class because of the class bonus. So ranged is just you add that number next to ranged to their base attack power. So that would be 1 + 3 ranged for a total of 4. Only if this unit is distant. And then you have other cards like this one, where if you use it, the target unit becomes distant. So if you use this card and then target Seasoned Archer, you would gain the range bonus. So then now the attack will be 4. There's no like physical range. Range is rather distant is more just like a status. It's not like they are physically further away, and it also doesn't mean like they are now out of range for like certain attacks. That's more the stealth mechanic. But range is simply just like this unit gets more attack if they have the distant status, and it doesn't do anything else. The distance doesn't have any other effects on its own. Correct. If you give distant to a unit that has no ranged effects, it doesn't do anything. Ever current reader, floating memory. Ephemeray is a new skill that they added to this set. You may activate this card, as in you can play this card from your graveyard by paying this cost, which is 2 reserve cost. Ally cards played this way become ephemeral as they enter the field. Ephemeral means that when this card dies with the ephemeral status, it goes straight to the banish zone. It doesn't go to your graveyard. So ephemerate just means if this is in your graveyard, you can play 2 to summon it to the field and gives it ephemeral status. If it dies with ephemeral status, it goes straight to the banish zone. Flickering Cinder. Deal 1 damage to target unit, your champion becomes distant. Pretty simple card, but it's a very efficient. It's only 1 cost, and it gives something distant. The 1 damage is like, whatever. It can be useful. Like these like really cheap, affordable pings of like 1 damage. This is useful to counteract certain defensive cards that have effects like, the next attack, deals 4 less damage, right? So let's say you used an attack that would deal 5 damage to the enemy, right? And then the enemy plays a card that is like a barrier, right? And that barrier prevents prevents 4 of the next attack that your unit receives. If you let that play out, it means that your 5 damage just becomes 1, which is really sad. However, if you play a card like this immediately after the barrier effect resolves, but before your 5 damage attack resolves, you get to sneak in this 1 damage, which, gets prevented, but then your 5 damage attack is unprotected. I don't know if that was too complex. Oh, hey, that's a foil. Vanishing Eclipse. Ether Calling. As you're looking at this card while glimpsing, you may load it into an Ether Wing weapon you control. Return target ally to the top of its owner's deck, and then your champion becomes distant. Yes, my wife and I actually remarked on that, where like Diana did not have this much underboot before. It is crazy how much underboot they decided to give her when she turned into a witch. It was not nearly this bad in her original. Let me sleeve this. I like to sleeve the foils and anything that is at least an SR. All right. Hello. Suited trickery. Boobs look twice as big when viewed from below. It's just physics. Is that real science? Until the beginning of your next turn, players can't declare attacks with champions they control unless they pay 2 for each attack declaration. Then, if you control a suited ally, draw a card into your memory. Suited ally is like, you know, the like suit as in like the card suit, like 5 of hearts or 10 of clubs, stuff like that. And then this is supposed to be Alice. I believe this is the Queen of Hearts, and I think this is Noir. Enfeebled Dagger. Deal 1 damage to target unit, plus bonus until the end of the turn. If that unit would deal damage, it deals that much damage minus 3 instead. That seems pretty strong, the suited one. Bolt Convergence. Until the end of the turn, you may activate target ether charge card in your graveyard. You still pay its cost. You may load Bolt Convergence into your ether wing weapon you control. So the way Diana works is, so Diana's original champion used guns as weapons, and with guns you would load bullets into it, and every time you shot, you would expand the bullet to deal additional damage. With the new Diana in this set, she's more of a magical girl, and she uses staves called ether wings. Similarly, when you attack with an ether wing, you can load these, they're called ether charges, and whenever you load one of these onto your staff, there's this value here. It increases the damage of that attack with that staff by this number here. And you can just keep loading these over and over and over to just stack one large attack on with Diana. So when you have cards like this where it's like, you know, you play this, you get to load a ether charge card in your graveyard, provided you play the cost, and then you get to load this one as well. So it's, you want to find cards that let you efficiently load your stabs with more and more of these ether cards, so you have much bigger damage. Slicer, welcome in. We are just opening our second pack. I feel like this stream's gonna be quite long, because whenever I open these packs on stream, it usually takes me ages to, well, not just read through it, but also to show you guys. Tempered Steel. I think this is a reprint. Put a durability counter on the target weapon you control and floating memory. So it just repairs the weapon that you're using. CL or Kiel. This is the level 2 version. I do have the starter deck, so I already have the level 1, 2, and 3. But Kiel's or CL's spiel is this omen effect, and at the end of your turn you get to choose a card in your graveyard and banish it and put an omen token on it, and then he has various effects that that rely on the number of omen tokens that you have. The more omen tokens you have, the more damage that Kiel does. There's also other effects that trigger off of omens as well, but that's kind of the basic part of it. Recurring Invocation. I think this is also a reprint, but I'm not sure. Empower 2. Whenever your champion levels up, you may pay 1 to banish this card from your graveyard, and if you do, Empower 2. I think this is a reprint, but I'm not sure. Kiel is usually pronounced like Chiel in French. I don't know if they intended that association though. It could be. Or is it Ciel? Pride Smith. It's a lion. Unenter, put a durability counter target on warrior weapon you control. How you doing, Wyvern? Here we go. Here's our first suited character. 5 of spades. It's a giant polar bear. The reserve cost is always going to be matching the name of the suited character. Cardistry, 5 cost. Five of Spades gets +5 attack until the end of the turn. This ability costs 1 less to activate for each suited object you control. So object is referring to literally everything, so including units. Like this is technically an object as well, with different reserve costs. Activate this ability only once. So you play this card, and then you pay another 5 minus however many different suited cards you have. So just by having him on the field, I believe it reduces it by 1. And then you get, you know, +5 attack to become a 6/4 that turn. And then you have floating memory. Yes, the game is literally objectifying the characters. All right, backdash. Very simple card. Target unit becomes distant. And if your champion is level 2 or higher, if your champion is a level 2 or higher ranger, because of class bonus, you get to draw a card. Wow. All right. I think that's a dude. I can't tell. I feel like I can't tell if those are pecs or boobs. It's probably a guy, but I'm not really sure. Put a prep token counter on your champion. Stealth as long as your champion has 3 more pep counters on them. Emmy, welcome in. Ah! It is actually pretty androgynous. Axie, thank you for the community hydrate. Everyone please take a sip of water. How you doing, Emmy? Here's another ether charge spell. This card costs 1 less to activate if you're a ranger, so it'll be a 2 cost. Each player draws a card, and then you can load it into a weapon you control. This is not that great. You have to be very careful with giving your opponent influence. I join, and the first thing I hear is I can't tell if these are pecs or boobs. I mean, it's true. Hurling Footman. It's a tamer, animal, human fish. They're getting like really long with these typings. On attack, look at the top of your deck. You can put it into your graveyard. So I think this is a pretty decent card for like Nico decks. Because Nico likes to have a bunch of cards milled into your graveyard, especially water cards. Wonderland's Reign, it's 0 cost. Looks like the Queen of Hearts is having a communication with other people. I can't really tell who's who though. I don't recognize the other people. Although I think one of them is Alice, but I can't tell. Let's see if I can refocus it. Right? Sorry, my hand's a little shaky. I don't know who the other characters are. I think that's Alice, but I can't tell. Let's yes. Cardistry 10 cost. Draw a card. This costs 1 less to activate for each suited object you control with different reserve cards. Activate this ability only once. So far, I don't know how I feel about the suited spells and like the cardistry effects. It heavily relies on you maintaining a field. And I mean, like on the one hand, right? If you have 4 of these, because oh no, it's unique, so you can only play 1. But this is really good because it's 1 cost. So it's an easy way for you to have suited objects on the field. The fact that this effect only happens once is kind of annoying, since you need to have like at least 7 suited objects on the field to make this worthwhile. Based on the text of the card, I believe those are the Looking Glass Queens. I see. Froglet Footman. This is a cute card. If damage would be dealt to Froglet Footman while it has a buff counter on it, prevent 1 of that damage. On enter, you may banish a card of floating memory from your graveyard. If you do, put a buff counter on Froglet Footman. I was telling my wife, why does Froglet sound like a slur? Okay, Champion of Chamber of Reflections. Comes in hindered. Tap and sacrifice it. Search your deck for non-advanced element Non-distortion domain card, reserve cost 3 or less, and put it onto field, then shuffle your deck. It's rare for you to have search cards in this game. It seems like they're getting a little bit more. Guys, we're only in the second pack and it's been 30 freaking minutes. Oh yeah, if you look at the I need to be careful with the reflection here. If you look at the rates, there's only one CUR, which is collector ultra rare, and that's the one that Mia pulled last night. Sorry, there's only one type, but there's only 72 printed for this set. Been doing a lot of reading cards, to be fair. That's true. There will be less explaining the further we go. Yeah, because we'll start seeing a lot of really, I'm excited for like some of the rares and some of the super rares. Mia really wants to get the ultra rare weapon for Diana. We didn't manage to get any. We got like 2 Cheshires. Cheshires took our super rares. Thanks for the headbats. Yeah, this is the level 3 Diana. Underboob, not nearly as prominent here, but it's definitely present. It's just kind of hidden by some of the special effects. And it's not even that you can say it's a different artist, because I believe they're mostly the same artist. Diana lineage. Whenever Diana becomes distant, choose one effect. Negate each card activation that targets Diana unless its controller pays 2 reserve cost. Then, if Diana is defending, end the combat phase unless the attacking player pays 2 cost. And then, or Clips 2. Bear, welcome in! Necklace of Foresight. This is a reprint. You just banish it and, wait. Huh? Is this a misprint? Guys, I think this is a misprint. How does this card cost 1 less to materialize, but it's already a 0 cost? Because this is a reprint of an old card that is supposed to be a 1 cost. I'd have to dig it up, but like, this is supposed to be 1 cost. The fact that it's not, that seems... That's confusing. I wonder if all of them are like that. This card costs 1 less to materialize, but it's already at 0. It's supposed to be 1. See, so that's the thing, Duality. I don't know if all of them were misprinted this way or if it was just this copy. I think my wife pulled one yesterday. They're probably gonna like errata it or something. That is weird. Maybe we'll pull another one. Take aim. Target unit's next attack this turn gets +2 class bonus. The unit also gains range 2 until the end of turn. So this is a potential +4 damage to someone who is distant. Pretty pricey at 2 cost. It also doesn't cycle itself, but you know, could be strong. 4 damage is nothing to scoff at. Undying Dream, so more ephemeral support. Ally gets +1/+1 until end of turn. If the ally is ephemeral, put a buff counter on it. So, if you use this card on someone who's ephemeral, they'll get +1/+1 plus a buff, which means they'll actually be +2/+2, and the buff counter stays. This is, and it's a floating memory, so this is not a bad card if you're playing an ephemeral deck. Which I don't know if there's enough support for an actual ephemeral deck yet, but be interested to see how that will work. Just looked it up. It's a 0 cost, like that card in particular, or did you look up the previous version, which was a buff counter as a +1/+1? Yes, that is correct. Take point. Your champion gets taunt until the beginning of the next turn. So it's if you want your champion to get smacked in the face, I guess. I guess it's to protect other allies on the field. Charging Gale Shot. Once you play, you can return the target attacking ally to its owner's memory. Then you may load Gale Shot into your weapon. There are 2 versions, I think. One with 1 and yeah. So the other one has like a woman with a necklace on it, right? That is the card that is the original, or at least one of the originals, and that's the one I have. And then when they printed out this new one, it's a 0 cost for some reason. I don't think that's right. I think it's a mistake. Deal 2 damage to target unit. If your champion is distant, deal 3 damage, add 3 damage instead, and then you can load it into your weapon. This is a pretty good card. I just don't know how strong Fire Diana is. I think Diana is going to be strongest in water, although water did just get a nerf recently. One of their broken cards ended up getting banned. Throne Keeper Bullfrog. It has taunt. It's 0 attack and 4 health, has taunt and floating memory. Trump set. This card costs 1 less to activate. Change the target of an attack to a suited ally you control. If you do, that ally gets +3/+3 until the end of turn. This is such a funny card because you could use this, like say the enemy champion is trying to smack you in the face. You could use this card, change the attack to one of your allies, and the ally just has 3 more attacks. So the champion will take like at least 4 damage for no reason. Lure of the Abyss, another ephemeral card. Reveal the top 4 cards of your deck, put all the Spectre cards among them into your graveyard and the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order. So this is a way to get a bunch of like ephemeral or ephemerate cards from your deck and straight into your graveyard, which you can then use to place right onto the field. Incinerated Templar. That's a dead guy. On enter, put target Spectre ally card reserve cost 3 or less from your graveyard onto the field. This is not bad. It becomes ephemeral. Sacrifice at the beginning of your next end phase. This is actually pretty good. Like, I would definitely play this if I had a if I wanted to make an ephemeral deck. Guys, we're only 3 packs. Ah! Doggy, thank you for the Queen Hydrate. I bet you were taking a nap, dude. Was I speaking too loudly? Thank you for the posture check. So, today at work, I went to... I mean, the morning was basically just meetings as soon as I stepped in up until about lunchtime. But even though I was even during lunch, I had a meeting. But in the afternoon, we basically went to a farm for a team building event, and it basically took up the entire afternoon. They did provide lunch. It wasn't very good. It was also really expensive. We only had a $20 budget, and someone took my soda cup. I was late, but someone took my soda cup. How many teams ended up getting built? None. This is level 2 Diana. She has a very strong skill. Being able to load 2 ether charges from your hand or memory into the ether wing weapon you control. It's also not element restricted. Scavenging Raccoon. On enter, banish the 2 target cards from a single graveyard. This, I think, is either great for I think it's good for Sael to get more things into the banishment. It's also useful if you want to block your opponent's floating memories. What else? Floating memory, and I guess their ephemeral cards too. But also, I think this is probably a reprint. I'm pretty sure there's been more of them. Backdash we saw. Orderifying Mana Shot we saw. Exposed Darkness. Such a funny card. Ow! Actually, I thought you said the store ran out of blahajes. Target unit has stealth, draw a card. Then that unit loses stealth until the end of the turn. Although, honestly, now that I think about it, so when I first read this card on Twitter, I was like, this is interesting. Like, it just counters some of the really annoying cards with stealth on it. And I felt like this is a very niche card that you would only play if you were facing someone with stealth cards, but then it occurred to me that you can target your own units with stealth, and then they get stealth back at the end of your own turn. So if you just wanted to cycle a card, you could. In fact, what you could do is, since it's a fast card, you can play this on your opponent's turn, and just before your opponent ends their turn, you just play this card and you draw a free card, and then they immediately get their stealth back. Plus, like, your 1 cost to play it. Like, this is actually, now that I'm looking at it, if you have stealth cards in your deck, this is a card to bring. Because it cycles itself. You can use it on your opponent's turn, and you basically never lose the stealth effect if you just wait until the end of your opponent's turn, or even just use it at any point during your own turn. So this is actually pretty good. Summon Gale. Efficiency. Return target ally to its owner's hands. I think this is also a reprint. All the blahajes came here. That's why they were out. I see. Encrypt Burn. Banish target card from a graveyard, then deal 2 damage to each champion. This is funny. I could see myself... it's a 2 cost, so maybe not. Alright, I take that back. Ah! So many blahajes. Spark a Light. Deal 2 unpreventable damage to target unit. Last bonus, deal 3 unpreventable damage to... Oh. Okay. It's only for mages though, so not great. There's so many sharks! Why are you throwing so many sharks? Rapid Combustion. Kindle 4. So you may banish up to 4 element cards from your graveyard as long as you activate this card. Each one pays for 1 of this card's cost. Destroy target item or weapon with memory cost 0 or reserve cost 3 or less to enter the field this turn. And it's fast. So this, it's a spell, so this actually is not that great. So the thing about Diana's weapons is most of them are very strong, and you obviously don't want them to build up their ether charges, or else you're gonna get smacked in the face really, really hard. But if you manage to destroy the ether charge before they attack with it, all of their bullets or spells go away. They all get sent to the grave. The thing is, many of the good ones actually have Spell Shroud, so they can't be targeted by spells. So this card is actually useless against it. You need something else that destroys objects on the field. Oregon Sentinel. On enter, summon a Vacuous Servant. I think for a 4 cost, this is very expensive for just a 1/2. The token you summon is also 1/1, but it gets stronger with every omen you have. I think it's kind of slow, and 4 costs is very expensive. Stellaria Shower. Cleric Fractal. Has Star Calling, has Reservable. On enter is Stellaria Shower with Star Call. Does a spell deal X damage to the unit, where X is the amount of Fantasia you control. This is pretty strong. Yeah, the Genshin summon effect. You're right. It is strong, but because it's an advanced element card, it is very slow. Like, you wouldn't be able to use that until you got to level 3. I really am curious about how the meta is going to shift. This is the Vacuous Servant. We actually found another one. This is the second one we pulled so far. Hey, there's the level 3 CL. I'm sure you guys don't really care. As a Yu-Gi-Oh player, what does this cost and keep mentioning? It is the value up top here. So when it's a yellow card, it means this is reserve cost. And reserve cost means that in order to play this card, you have to place 2 other cards in your hand into the memory. So reserve cost, kind of counts as your mana in a sense. I don't really want to say you have to pay tribute because it's not really how it works. Telling me I have to pay to play cards seems tedious. You know how Pantheism of the Monarchs makes you discard another card? It's kind of like that. Yeah, but you get those cards back at the beginning of your previous turn. It's called Recollection. They go into your memory and then you recall it the next turn. So the things you paid for your reserve aren't gone forever. Yeah, just trying to clarify. Oh, we already saw this one. Already saw this one. It's a unicorn. Horned Knight. Assassin, animal, human, unicorn. As long as Horned Knight is attacking an ally, it gets +1. This is such a shitty card. Nocturnal Blossom. It has stealth. At the beginning of your end phase, recover 1. Cleric Flower. More unique follower types. Ash Wounds Shot. Until the end of turn, target opponent cannot recover. Pretty niche use. Not bad, but pretty niche. 5 of Hearts. Guys are Rhino. Yeah, they even have a distinct Rhino. Cardistry. Put a buff counter on each suited ally you control. This ability has 1 less cost for each suited ally object you control with different reserve costs. Active this ability only once. This is not bad, but again, it's heavily dependent on whether or not you can actually maintain a field and deal with the fact that these reserve costs are massive. You might have to play a fractal deck or something. Target unit becomes distant if a unit is a defending. We already saw this one too. Ghastly Corrosion. This one looks new. This card costs 1 less to activate for each of the 2 ephemeral objects you control. Destroy target weapon or item with memory cost 0, reserve cost 4 less. Ranger Strides. Diana's Boots. On enter, draw a card. Target ranger gains range 4 until the end of the turn. So basically, you just give something 4 attack until the end of the turn. And then Duplicitous Replication. Next time one or more regalia enter the field under opponent's control this turn, summon a token copy of each of them. Seems okay. I think I don't get to play this game very often, so it's very hard for me to really gauge how much potential a certain card has. The only thing I can rely on is the limited experience I do have and other Astral Shard. What I am able to infer just from my experience of other TCGs. Trained Sharpshooter, range 2. That's it. Pretty straightforward. Recurring Invocation, we saw this one. Dreamy Unicorn, this one's new. Intercept, and on death, put a prep counter on your champion. Dredging Stream, this one's new. Banish target card from a graveyard in a floating memory. Furnace Lava Bolt. We saw this one. Summon Gale, we saw. Conflictive Trounce, this one's new. As long as you have 2 more omens, the same reserve cost, it gets +2 attack. I would play this because it's just a 1 cost 4 attack. Plus, I plan on making a fire seal deck anyways. We'll put that goodbye. 2 of Hearts. It looks cool. Kind of reminds me of Fubuki in a way. The hairstyle does. 2 of Hearts. Cardistry 2. 2 of Hearts gets +2 attack until the end of the turn. Yeah, that's pretty good. This ability costs 1 less to activate for each suited object you control with different reserve costs. Activate this ability only once. So this is essentially a 2. I guess it's like a 3 cost 3/1, which is not great. I wouldn't use this. Languid Toad comes hindered. He's just an EP boy. It has taunt and 6 HP. Condemned Trinket. 3 cost, banish condemned trinket, banish a card from your graveyard and put an omen counter on it. This, I feel like this is something that would have been already in the starter deck. I think 3 costs is too much. Although maybe you can use this before your recollection, so almost like a backup charger. It's okay. I feel like there's other ones that are way better. Guys, we still have 3 more boxes to go, and we've only opened like 6 packs. Maybe we can speed up a little bit. Spirit of Wind, Diana level 2, Beastbond Pause. This one's new. Banish target animal or beast ally gets 1 attack and gains True Sight. 2 of Spades. The dude. Fast activation. Cardistry put a buff counter on 2 of Spades. His ability costs 1 less. Okay. Dreamy Unicorn, 4 of Spades. This one's new. She's pretty. Oh, she's the card. She's on the other spell. The trump card, I think. Or Trump Tactics or something. 4 cost cardistry. Draw a card into your memory. Yeah, it's okay. But I like it has potential. Like cardistry has potential. I just don't know how easy it is to maintain a large number of different suited cards. Like you have to have multiple cards with different reserve costs. So you don't want to have like too many duplicates. Purging Tempest, Mushroom Guys. So I don't know. I feel like, oh, Blazing Throw. This is what I needed. I need more of these for my CL deck. It's so funny. I also need Impact Hammer, but I think I need to order that. Flamebound Drog. Emerald. Oh. 3. Okay, so it's a 3 cost 1. 3 cost 3/1. So literally the same thing as the suited card, 2 of Hearts. And I mean, once you kill it, it goes straight to the banish zone. I don't know how good that is. Beastbond Claws. Let's see. Target animal or beast ally you control gets +2 and gains stealth. Kind of like the opposite of the other one. Skilled Arrow Thurge. Range 2 on hit. If it's distant, you can load target wind element ether charge from your graveyard into. Oh, this is pretty good. I like this. I like this a lot. Distorting Blackjack. Umbra. As long as the total reserve cost among your omens is exactly 21, Extorting Blackjack gets +10 attack. On attack, recover X, where X is the amount of omens you have with different costs. Interesting. The house always wins. That's a pretty interesting card. I feel like it's tricky to calculate this. Exactly 21. And as a bonus, you get some healing too. But seriously, that's 12 damage on your attack. I think that's a CL attack. I forgot CL is Umbra. CL is Umbra. Damage. You just have to do math. 12 damage and a heal. You just have to do math. I don't plan on doing level 3 though. Do situational? It could work. It could be like your finisher, you know, what you're working towards. Another Vacuous Servant. I feel like they give you a token in every single pack. You're gonna have a billion of these. Here's the level 1 Sael. Fortifying Mana Shot, Exposed Darkness. Chanting Feet. We haven't seen this one yet. Recover 3. That's it. No, we did see this one. 5 of Hearts we saw. Seeing all these. Rictus Tiding, that one's new. Reveal the top 2 cards of your deck. If the total reserve cost of the reveal cards is 8, put both of them into your memory. Otherwise, put one of them into your memory and the other one into your bottom of your deck. This is so stupid. Enchanted Feet. There the Abyss. Cosmic Alignment. This one's a new one. Next time you would glimpse an amount this turn, draw that many cards instead. So if you glimpse 5, you just draw 5 instead. Forget if this game has a hand limit. I feel like this game does not have a hand limit. It doesn't have a hand limit. The game doesn't have a hand limit. I feel like it doesn't. The free +5. Well, I wouldn't say it's free. It costs 6 to play. I would say this is not a good card. Quadrile Griffin. This is a new one. Whenever you activate a Harmony or Melody card, put a buff counter on Quadrile Griffin. I haven't seen Harmony or Melody in a while. Another Diana. Reigns, Sharpshooter. Pride's Vanguard. This guy looks funny. Another Lion. Ambush and Retort 2. Isn't it only +4 because you lose a card to play? Yes. You're right. Alright. Sudden Steal. Efficiency. So its cost is reduced by the level of your character. I think Heavy Swing is better, to be honest. Nocturnal Blossom, we already saw. Flowing Ubly. Level 1, it costs 1 less. Look at the top 2 cards of your deck, banish one of them and put an Omen counter on it. Put the other one on the bottom of your deck. I don't plan on playing a water style. Flame Break Chorus. Fast activation if you're a tamer. Target ally gets +2 attack until the end of turn. If it's defending, wake it up and gets an additional level attack until the end of turn. Armed Squall Guard. This one's new. As long as you have one or more attack omens, Squall Guard +1. As long as you have one or more ally omens, it gets +1. This is kind of like this is very similar to the token, the Vacuous Knight. Safeguard Paragon. Sacrificer, prevent the next 4 non-combat damage that would be dealt to each unit you control this turn. So this is good for canceling out AoE damage or board clears. Rivulet Adjutant, Taunt. On death, banish and put an Omen counter on it. That could be okay, but again, I'm not playing water. Teasing Arrow Charge. Suppress target ally and then load it into your weapon. Alright, nothing too exciting so far. Oh, I wanted to ask you. You know something funny about this card? I think it's a misprint, but all of them like that because you look at the index, all of them say it's a 0 cost, but the original one is a 1 cost. It's supposed to be a 1 cost, but all of them are printed with 0 cost. The card allows you to take 1 memory back to your hand. That'd be so funny. Unwelcome Fortune, Temperate Steel, Deadly Opportunist, Recurring Invocation. We've seen all of these already. Unstoppable. I want to see some super rares. Browns we saw. Actually, I'll probably put these on the side, right? Yeah. Exsanguating Wallop. What a funny name. On attack, recover 3 and floating memory. It's a 5 cost though. Longtail Grove's Ward. Fast activation, and if you're level 1 or higher, gets +1 health. Not that great. Exorcism. For each ephemeral object each player controls, its controller sacrifices it unless they play 1. Funny, very situational. Hey, it's level 1 Diana, so you actually get to see her. Because of the angle, you don't get to see her under boot. I think that's fine. 5 of spades, backdash, 2 of spades, and charging. Encrypt Burn. We already saw this one. Purging. We saw Renaissance Sharpshooter. We have not seen, but all it does is once it becomes distant, you can draw a card into your memory. Skewering Advance. This one's new. Command Chessman. A Chessman ally you control performs this attack. On kill, the killed unit has an even life stat. Draw a card. Imperial Accord. I think this one's actually pretty good. This is our first SR. Exalted. This element is enabled for you as long as you have another advanced element enabled. So basically, if you are level 3 with an advanced element, you can play this card even if your spirit is not water, right? So if you play like a fire deck, right, and you start with the Spirit of Fire, if you get to level 3, you can still play this card. Negate target advanced elements, so like a level 3 element. Card activation, unless this controller plays 6 reserve costs, you may banish the card that had its activation negated this way. This is not a bad card. The thing is, it's completely useless against aggro decks. Or anyone who does not play an advanced element, obviously. But if they do, very strong card. Spirit of Water. Lurid Dreaming. Activate this card only during an opponent's end phase. Wake up your champion. If you do, draw a card into your... This one's also okay. It's just a cycle. Which cycles aren't bad in this deck because your deck size is so big, you kind of want to just like get through to the good cards and not have so much bloat in it. Thanks for that, Bats. My hands feels a little bit too big. Fight for the Crown. This is so funny. Each player sacrifices an ally, but you have to pay 6 cost. Devoted Martyr. This one's cute. I don't think we've seen this before. Intercept. Whenever champion levels up, you can banish the card from your graveyard if you do. Horned Knight. Sparkle Light. Evercurrent Raider. We've already seen this one. Wind Rider Vanguard. This one's new. Has Vigor. This unit wakes up at the beginning of your end phase. Apply this effect only for champion class matches this card. So on your turn, you can attack with this card, which will rest it, but at the end of your turn, you can unrest it so that it can still defend itself. Mana Streak, Piercing Ether Fuel. I think this one's new. Draw a card, discard a card. You may banish 2 fire element cards. If you do, your champion's next attack this turn using either one weapon gains combat damage dealt by this attack is unpreventable. Sword of Seeking. True Sight. Duchess, 6 of Hearts. This one's an SR. Kindle 6. 6. Banish a fire element action card. Reserve cost 2 or less from your graveyard. If you do, copy it, and you may activate that copy without paying its reserve cost. This ability costs 1 less for each suited object you control. I think this could be good. It's just hard to say because I don't know what 2-cost actions you would use it on, to be honest. I know there are some like cleric spells that could 2-cost action. But also it's a 6-cost card. So expensive. How would you even afford it? Tempered Steel, Moon Piercer, Spirit of Fire, Exposed Darkness, Sudden Steel, 5 of Spades, Purling, Charging Good. Ember Burn, we've already seen. Reckoning's Wake is new. Look at the top 3 plus X cards in your deck, where X is the amount of distortion objects you control. Put those cards back on top of your deck in any order. Oh. Well, that's not very exciting. What memory? Briar, Schwartz King. Hindered, Spell Shroud, Stealth, can't wake up. I think the only benefit to this guy is 1, he's a unique ally, and he's a human, so there's a card called Dilu, which is pretty strong when you have a unique human ally, I think. And he's very hard to kill because he can't be targeted by spells and he can't be attacked unless you have someone with True Sight. So while he does nothing, he helps trigger other abilities. I really hope they didn't get this card. Stupid Humpty Dumpty. Fate's Fall. Put a buff counter on Humpty Dumpty, then glimpse X for X the amount of buff counters on Humpty Dumpty. 2 costs until in a turn, Humpty Dumpty becomes an ally in addition to its other types with base power and life 0. It's kinda pee pee poo poo. I'm not a fan of it. We're like halfway through this. 3 more. Might even not even get to it. I just wasn't sure how fast I could get through these, especially on Royal Ordinance, another exalted card. Recover 3 and draw a card. Honestly, I feel like this isn't that bad. 2 costs, recover 3, draw a card. This is almost as, I mean, yeah, I would say like, why not play this? Also, I still haven't figured out why you would want an EX Exalted Norm. It's not like you don't have access to normal all the time. But honestly, like, you could probably play that, no problem. Level 3 CL. Evasive positioning. Prevent the next 2 damage that would be dealt to target unit this turn if the unit is champion becomes distant. This is really good to bring for Diana. Undying Dreams. You've already seen Juggle Knives, deal 1 damage to target champion, and then draw a card. That one's reprint, but new for the stream. Peppered Chef. On entry, you must sacrifice an ally. If you do, Peppered Chef gets +2 attack in the middle of the turn. This is not bad. Honestly, 2 costs, 4/1. I dig that. Black Market Broker, Meyer Reparation. Recover X, where X is the amount of omens you have. And then you have Flipping Memory. Sleight of Hand. Target student ally you control gains stealth. And then you can draw into your memory. Astrocyte. Basically just glimpse 1 and draw a card. Devious Welcome. Until they activate this card only during an opponent's recollection. Each player draws a card, then you choose an action or ally. Beginning of the next phase, if the turn did not activate a card with the chosen type this turn, this player declares a card at random from their hand. That's too much text for me to decipher right now. I feel like this game's text is getting more and more complex, and I don't like that. I want my card effects to be simple, not 8 pages long. Another level 3, despawned. Fielding Wraith Guard's a new one. Taunt. On death, it comes back. So you kill this, it comes back, but with ephemeral, so you have to kill it twice. Juggle Knives. Grog, Purging, Obli. Oh, Song of Frost, and it's a foil. That's a pretty cool foil. I think this is pretty good against Diana. At least it, at the very least, hinders her ability to smack you in the face for 1 billion damage. Unless they find a way to cancel this card. But foil's cool. Resolute Stand. Song of Frost. So this is the non-foil version. And Fluffy Shopkeeper. She's a sheep. Intercept. On entry, you may banish 2 cards from your material deck. If you do, draw a card into your memory. I don't know the benefit of this thing at all. Why would you want to banish cards from your material deck? I'm not sure who that benefits. Maybe it does benefit someone or not. Why else would they print it? Another Sayal, Beastbond, Unicorn, Horus, Spade, Train, Sniper, Blazing Throw, Grog, Obli, Straight Flare. It's a suited spell. X damage targeting where X is the amount of suited objects you control +1. Or seeking veteran arrow throwers. Range 2, and then gets another range 2. So it's a 6/3. That's not bad. A 4 cost 6/3. That's kind of spicy. Quadrille Griffin, Diana, Fight for the Crown, Evasive Positioning. We're seeing a lot of repeats now. Maybe we can actually start speeding up a little bit. Vengeful Paramour is a new one. Cleric Spectre. As a spell of, if this is ephemeral, deals 2 damage to champion. Or pay 4 to make it ephemeral. Okay, so it's okay. It's like you play it and you can do 2 damage, and then when she's dead, you can always bring her back with 4 costs to do another 4 damage. It's kind of sneaky, but I think it's expensive. 4 costs is pretty expensive. I like how sneaky it is. Tome of Knowledge is a really old card. +1 level, draw a card. Shackled Thurgist. Taunt. As long as Shackled Thurgist is ephemeral, it gets +4. On death, target opponent may sacrifice an ally. If they don't, return Shackled Thurgist to the field. It gets +2 until the end of turn and becomes ephemeral. Oh, so if you kill this and your opponent doesn't sacrifice one of their allies, it comes back with ephemeral and it gets an extra +2 until the end of turn. And it'll be a 4/4 when it comes back. And that's taunt. So they have no choice to attack it. It's okay, I just don't like that it's an advanced element. Alright, we can speed up a little bit. Actually, was that? No, it's just an R. Sorry. We still haven't gotten our UR yet, but we have a chance. There's at least one in every box. Let's see. Flame Break Chorus, fast activation. Oh, we've already seen this one. Armed Squall Guard, we've already seen. Foil Tempered Steel. Pretty card. Pretty card. Okay, moving on. Safeguard, Frostbind. I didn't know they put Frostbind in this set. Frostbind. Didn't know it was in the set. Blazing Cinder Charge. 3 damage to target champion. Yeah, it's whatever. Not that great. I feel like we should be taking a break soon. Let's go through this box and we'll take a break. CL, Foresight with the misprints. Take point, Scavenging Raccoon, Backdash, Blazing Throw. I don't think I need more than 2, honestly. Throne Keeper, Blossom, Ash Wound Shot. We've already seen that. Exploit Vulnerability, prepare 1. If you draw a card, then if it was prepared, choose an assassin unit control and it gains on hit ally, destroy hit ally. Okay, so it basically gives it a shot to kill. Astra Guardian, what the hell? Inert gets +1. The additional cost materializes weapon, pay reserve cost 2. What? That's confusing. Chateau Decor. On enter, remove all buff counters from all objects you don't control. Buff counters can't be placed on objects you don't control. And it's siegeable. I don't know really who. It's like an anti-tamer, but no one really plays animal tamers anymore. I guess Slime will also put a bunch of buff counters. No one's played Spirits. They Were Dreaming, Enchanted Feet, Devoted Martyr, Veiled Oracle. That's a new one. Veiled Oracle becomes ephemeral. Glimpse 3. Actually, thank you for the community hydrate. I'll take a sip in a second. Resonant Ether, Judging Streams, Favorable omens. This one's new. For each wind element omen you have, allies you control get +1 until the end of turn. Peppered Chef, Sleight of Hand, Frostbind, Obsequious Blow, 10 cost. Costs 1 less for every omen we have, and on champion hit, the first card the opponent activates during the next turn costs 2 more to activate. Skill check. I did it without my glasses on, so it was blind picks of experience. Good work. Alright, I'm gonna drink some water and check my posture. Everyone else drink water and check your posture. Almost done, guys. At least with this box. Two packs left. We still haven't got. Soon. Royal Ordinance. DL. 4 spades. Deadly Opportunist. 2 of spades. Ashwin's Shot. Fire Reparation. Flame Chorus. Umbra Sight. Umbra Sight sucks. Poisonous Breeze Cap. That's a new one. Cleric Mushroom. If Poisonous Breeze Cap would be suppressed, you may sacrifice it instead. If you do, each opponent banishes a card at random from their memory, and then on enter, draw a card into your memory. Alice, Golden Queen. Look, this is the non-signed version of Alice. This is an SR. I guess that means we can technically, we don't need to keep the CR anymore. I honestly don't know how you would play this card. Probably Nico? I don't know. It works off of, chessmen. We've only seen suited cards. We haven't seen too many chessmen. Or at least I haven't been paying attention to the chessmen cards. Another Royal Ordinance, Diana, Spirit of Wind, Undying, Juggle Knives. You're seeing so many repeats. Torrential Blast is not a repeat. Actually, well, I've seen this yesterday, but basically, you deal an amount of damage equal to 1 target ally equal to the amount of water element cards in your graveyard. So you have a shit. Oh, this is not the card me I wanted. Air Chrono Warp. This is a UR card. It is full art, full card art. See the difference between non-card art and full card art. Chrono Warp. For the rest of the game, time is distorted. As long as time is distorted, each player skips their first materialized phase and they get an additional materialized phase after their main phase each turn. So rather than doing your materialization at the beginning of your turn, you do it at pretty much at the end, just before your end phase. So it makes things kind of weird and wacky. I don't know if this is a good card or not. I feel like by the time you get to level 3 and you can use it, like everyone's already played their good cards already. I guess it could be good if like someone's waiting to use their Tariff Ring and they can't get it set up until, actually no, Tariff Ring wouldn't be affected. I guess more like spell. Actually, I don't know. I have no idea how anyone benefits from it. It's a new one. I feel like we don't get very many uncommons. As long as you have influence less than the amount of omens you have, Fumon, it's +2 attack. On death, each player with influence 4 or less draws a card. This, it could be good. I might consider playing this in my deck, just because aggro tends to not have a lot of influence. It's just a matter of would you have less influence than your omens? That's the tough part. Poison Apple. On enter, you give it to your opponent, and then whenever a floating memory is banished from the graveyard, deal 2 damage to the opponent. So it kind of fucks them up. Spirit of Fire, Lure Dreaming, Martyr, Evasive, Death Essence Amulet. Whenever an ally you control dies while it's not on your turn, you may banish Death Essence Amulet, and when you do, look at the target's opponent hand and discard a card from it. Weaving Mana Stream, this one's new. Also, it's an S. Oh, it's Floating Memory. I don't know if that's good. Well, I guess it could be good. Whenever this card is banished from your graveyard to pay for memory costs, you may load. Oh, this is actually a phenomenal card. This is so good. It's floating memory, and if you use it as floating memory, you can load it onto your either way. That's phenomenal. Alright, that's one box done, guys, and honestly, we didn't really get anything that impressive. Let's see what our haul is. We got a bunch of commons and shit, of course. Weaving Mana Stream is good. Chrono Warp, I'm not sure. This we probably need to get another 3 copies of. Alice is, you know, the foil Temper Steel is really nice. I actually like that a lot. Foil Song of Frost is a nice foil. Humpty Dumpty, I don't like Humpty Dumpty. Duchess, I don't know how to feel. Imperial Accord can be good. Necklace of Foresight, I can take this out of its sleeve actually, it's kind of funny. Foil Vanishing Eclipse. And yeah, nothing too great. Save the rest. Okay, take a quick break here and I'll get the next box prepared. See you guys in a few minutes. Don't mind the ads. Hey guys, I'm back. Let's get started on this next box. Oh, we got 3 Dianas facing us. This is a good omen. Thank you, Grima. How's everyone doing so far? You guys have a good Thursday? We should be able to speed through these a little bit faster because I think we've seen all the cards already. Crossroads Spectre. See how fast we can open this box. If we open these fast enough, we might actually have time for there's an event going on. I still need to do 3 more career runs to finish it. EP, going to bed now. Have fun and feature horses. I will. You have a wonderful night, Grima. Thank you for hanging out. Oh, Grima, are you gonna be around for Cinderella Grey tomorrow? At my daughter. You might for a time? Alright. Sounds good. Tomorrow in the Discord server, we're going to be watching the Cinderella Grey Uma Musume anime. It's the one featuring Ogre Cap. It's kind of like a prequel to the main series. That'll be starting at 8 o'clock tomorrow. Ooh, foil 2 of hearts. I actually like that foil a lot. Give me a sec. Candlelight Hourglass, draw a card. On charge 2, activate abilities you don't control, cost 2 more to activate. Anyways, I don't know how good that is, but this is pretty neat. I like this foil a lot. It really does remind me of Fubuki. I think it's the hair and like the way the highlights on her hair. I think 2 of Hearts' health is way longer. I'm a fan. Sword of Fire, Backdash, Unicorn, Blazing Throw, Bullfrog. Oh, another foil. It's fast. Mad Tea Party. Siegeable. Whenever an ally enters the field, recover 1 HP. This is so funny. I think this is actually not that bad of a card for control. Because every single time an ally enters the field, you just heal 1. It means even if your enemy plays oh, I ran out of sleeves. Give me a second, guys. Right, I'm back. Have more sleeves. It's Diana and Humpty Dumpty, I believe. Pretty good foil. I realize you guys can't hear the packs themselves actually open. Oh, that's a new one. Chrysalis, Hazy Caterpillar, unique ally guardian human, fast activation. On enter, as a spell, if you have 2 other or more wind element omens, suppress another target ally, item, or weapon. Not bad. I don't play wind though. be cool though. Let's see. Another Royal Ordnance. Stellar on Shift. This one's also new, and it's a SR. Target unit becomes distant. Draw a card. Pay 2 costs. Banish this card from your graveyard. Your champion gains stealth into the turn. Prevent the next 4 non-combat damage to be dealt on this turn. Activate this ability only if your opponent is distant. This is pretty good, and it recycles itself. I like this card a lot. Basically makes it so that you can't target your champion with attacks until the end of the turn, and if they try to use spells, you block 4 damage of that spell. Pretty good. I don't play Diana. It'll be good for my life. Anything good here? Umbrasite, Rim Patiche. I thought this is part of the starter deck, isn't it? Corey, welcome in. Let me give you a shout out. Hi Saya, hi Hep. We're doing a hand cam today. Let's do shout out. My hands. It's these hands belong to me. Suzu, welcome in. We're opening card packs right now. How was Date Everything? Uhigi, welcome in. Grim Patiche, copy target non-skill action omen you have with reserve cost 5 or less. If you do, you may activate that copy without paying its reserve cost. If you don't activate it, the copy ceases to exist. This could be good with heavy swing. If I end up going to level 3, which I don't think my deck will make me go to level 3. Thanks for Alexia. How was your stream, Corey? And I think Susie, you were hanging out there too, right? Yes, purple card. Level 3 CL. Mr. Butler Man. That's the this is the champion I'm gonna try learning how to play. This is the second box that I've opened, booster box, so I'm familiar with most of the cards. I'm just looking for the super rares and ultra rares. Beguiling Coup. Class bonus, reserve 2 cost, banish Beguiling Coup and put an omen counter on it. Put another target attack omen into your attacker's intent. For each of that card's on attack abilities, you may choose a new target for this attack. As long as this card is in one of your omens, and you have no other reserve cost 1 omens, champion gets +1 attack. This is a good card. If you actually go up to level 3. Thank you, Huigi. So far, we haven't had too much luck, at least with my boxes. My wife, in her infinitely powerful RNG, has actually pulled one of the best cards in this set. Very proud of herself. I am interested in seeing if I have a similar luck, but so far, the answer's no. She's too strong. I know. You guys want to see it? Here's what the card looks like. So be careful not to flash me off this reflective screen. This is Alice, the Golden Queen. This is a CUR, which means it's a collector's ultra rare. And what collector's ultra rare means that it is alternative art and it is signed by the artist. This number here says 41 out of 72. That means only 72 copies of this card have ever been printed. And This card has not been valued yet, but other CURs or collector's URs in the past have sold for between $2,000 and $3,000. And my wife pulled this card. Let's see, imbue 2, rest target ally. That ally can't wake up for as long as you control a cataleptic constellation. If it is imbued, summon 2 astral shards. Not that great. In my opinion, at least. Yeah, Lowe's is right. We have to figure out what we got, what we can do with it. But how is everyone else doing today? Once we're done pulling, or not pulling, opening packs, I plan on switching to Uma Musume for a bit. I still have to do the... Another Cheshire! This is our 3rd Cheshire. Like, I think it's really cool. I just don't know how to use this card at all. It is not what I'm looking for. I'm pretty tired, but you've been arting, so you're good. Hey, that sounds cool. Oh yeah, so I should probably roll back a little bit. So this set of Grand Archive is a TCG if we were going that far back. This set is called Distorted Reflections, and it is based off of Alice in Wonderland. Hey, what game is this? No, I just answered it for you, Saya. But yes, this is a normal UR. So obviously not sign, not alt art, but it is a full card art compared to non-ultra rares, which, you know, this is what the card looks like. Yes, this set is Alice in Wonderland themed. We got Cheshire Cat over here. There is a particular card I'm looking for my wife. And it is unfortunately also a UR. And if I pull the UR already, that means there's a very, very low chance that I'm going to get another UR box. Very regretful. But yeah, if you guys have any questions about this game, I'm happy to answer them to the best of my ability. Otherwise, we're just going to be flipping through these cards pretty quickly. It's the Mad Hatter. Range 3. On enter, you may banish a card at random from your material deck. If you do, materialize a Ranger Regalia from your material. I didn't even realize you threw sharks at me, Wiggy. How dare. They're very green. Grand Archive can be basically summarized as anime Magic the Gathering. Many of the rules and mechanics are very similar to Magic the Gathering. In many ways, it's simpler and easier to learn, though. And of course, if you prefer anime art style, Magic's art style, it's another plus. Flickering Cinder. Rapid Combustion is not new. No, it's a cute card. Hypothermia? They brought back Hypothermia? Okay, and then Regal Inquisition. I think this one's... Look at the target opponent's hand and memory. Discard any amount of cards from among them. For each card discarded this way, an opponent reveals the top card of their deck and puts it into their hand. This, I think, is a pretty good card if you use it smartly. Because if you don't use it correctly, it can definitely backfire on you. But otherwise, I think it's not bad. I think Suzu and Corey hit it up before they could tell me about their dating everything. I hope they had a fun stream. Oh, this is a card. I think I need to make a separate pile because this is getting too full. They fangasm the whole time. Very nice. Cleric Spectre spell, Rile the Abyss. Draw a card, then discard up to 2 Spectre cards. For each card discarded this way, draw an additional card. Hold up. This is really good. If you have a Spectre deck, but this is really good. Oh, I like this card. I don't play Spectres, but if I did, I'd play that card. It's only rare though, so it doesn't get sleep. Not important enough. Okay, next pack. We're about halfway done or more out of this box. Another 2 of hearts, 3 of hearts. I haven't seen 3 of hearts before. So yeah, like actually I should probably pull that back. So because it's Alice in Wonderland themed, you have like these suited allies. Warrior, suited human, warrior, suited human, 2 of hearts, 3 of hearts. The Queen of Hearts is a card in this game. She looks very looks like a bitch. No, I'm kidding. Cardistry. Draw a card, then discard a card. This costs 1 less to activate for each suited object you control, different reserve costs. But yeah, I think these I think they did really well in the card art for these suited allies. I think the hearts are all fire element. I think all the spades are. I don't remember which one is water or okay, yeah, so spades is normal element. This is 4 of spades. I think she's really cute. I like her design. Butler's Augury. Someone say Augury? Where's Botton? This card costs 1 less to activate for each up to 2 omens you have, so this could be reduced down to 2. Draw X cards into your memory, where X is 5 minus your influence. Okay. Then deal X damage to your champion. If X is negative, don't draw cards and don't deal damage. What is the point of this card? Draw cards into your memory, where X is 5 minus your influence. So basically you give yourself 5 influence and then you take damage for drawing. That's so weird. I don't know if I like that card. Why do you self-harm? Don't do it, CL. Astral Shard. This really is a pretty token, but it's useless. Let's see, anything interesting in here? Castling Boon is a new one. Seen that one yet. Same with Aquafire Chanel. Seneschal. Allies you control get +1, and if you control a Chessman Rook ally, allies you control get +3 instead in floating memory. Thank you for the Lerkahugi. Comes onto the field hindered, has taunt. On enter, if you have 3 more omens, wake up Aquafire Seneschal. Then if you have 6 or more omens, put a buff counter on our Seneschal. Not bad. It reminds me a lot of Frostworn Paladin, but it is slow. This is like a turn 4 or turn 5 card. Because you're never gonna have that many but I would say it has potential. I mean, I guess even if you don't have enough omens, it's still a 3/4 still. Nightmare Coil. I think we've already seen this one. Almost done with this box. Then we only have one more box. Tempered Steel, Diana. Anything? Luna's Grasp. This one's new. Or weapon too. This would be necessary if I do plan on playing Fireless. If there are no cards in the attacker's intent, you may pay X. X can't be more than the amount of omens you have. If you do, Lacuna gets... Okay, so this is... It's okay. Honestly, I'm not that impressed. You just pay a ton of reserve cost per omen you have to deal that extra damage. It's like... If you don't have an attack card in your hand, you can play this for some extra damage, but I don't think it's that impressive. But I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Go back to the self-harm. Augury. Butler's Augury. That's it. Really opened that many packs? How far back is it? Here it is. Fighting a Monster Hunter Wilds. The new festival, right? Here you go. What does it do? So the first one reduces its cost from 4 to as low as 2, and then it's basically a draw engine, so you can draw cards into your memory until your influence equals 5. But then for each card that you drew into your memory, you take damage. Quality, welcome in. Influence is the total number of cards in your hand plus your memory. So if you have 0 influence, you would draw until you have 5 influence. But then you would also take 5 damage. There is no heal attached to it. You would have to heal a different way. Effluve, like effluve as an effluvian, effluve guard. As long as this card is an omen, allies named Vacuous Servant you control have vigor. Okay. I guess it's okay. Really plays into the Vacuous Servant token. Rather combos with it. Could be good. Tempered Steel, Marcial. Ooh, foil, Condemned Trinket. Anything else good in here? Devious Whelk. That's Longtail Groovesword. It's a mouse. Fast activation and +1. So it's a 3 cost. Oh, +1 health. Okay. Not great. Not terrible, not great. Yeah, it is a very pretty mouse though. And then we have Devious Welcome. Activate this card only during opponent's recollection phase. Each player draws a card, then you choose an attribute. But yes, here is the foil. Very pretty foil. It is a shiny dude though, at this point. We got 3 packs. We've actually did Blaze through this much faster than the other ones. Temperate Steel, Diana, Exposed Darkness, Great Fire, Tome of Knowledge, Dryatic Fletcher. This is a range 2. Whenever activate an ether charge card for the second time each turn, distant. Oh yeah, she gives herself distant. So if you activate 2 ether charge cards, she gives herself +2. This is not that bad. Maybe like a deck filler. Not like a critical card to have, but it's got potential. Yeah, Season Archer, Deadly Opportunist, Rider Vanguard. I've already seen this. This one has vigor. Expand Servant's Obligation. This isn't a card I haven't pulled before. Has hindered. As long as your champion hasn't been attacked this turn, your champion has taunt. And then pay 3. Oh, it just summons a vacuous servant. As long as it hasn't been attacked this turn, champion has taunt. The moment it gets attacked, it loses taunt. That's an SR search. Yeah, it seems like if you build a win CL, they really want you to play into the vacuous servants, which I guess makes sense. It's kind of like a wind allies deck. I'm trying to make a fire aggro deck, but a wind allies. Oh, let's see. Anything good here? Oh, hey, here's a Queen of Hearts. Paramore. Paramore was just okay. Here's the Queen of Hearts. You may banish 3 or more suited allies with total reserve cost 10 from your graveyard rather than pay this card's reserve cost. So if you have a bunch of reserve cost allies, high reserve cost suited allies in your graveyard, which is really easy to do with fire because you discard a lot, just play her for free. And then once you play your other suited allies you control have immortality, which means they can't ever die. And then if the queen dies, suited allies you control get +1 until the end of your next. That's very funny, especially if you have something with taunt. It'll be very annoying to have to deal with her. But yes, this is the Queen of Hearts. Which kind of reminds me of Hilda in a way. Maybe it's just the pink twin tails and the sassy attitude. Alright, last card of this pack. I think we already pulled the CR from here. Yeah, it was Cheshire. So this could be a UR. It's unlikely to be a UR, but it could be a UR. Spirit of Wind, Diana, Exposed Darkness, blah blah blah. Currents, Mana Streak, Aragon, Torrential Blast, and an SR. Lily, Marine Castellan. I think Nia already has a copy of this card, but she's cute. Guardian, Chessman, Rook Human. Commanded Will. As long as the unit is attacking, use a command card, it gets +2 attack. And then on attack, if Lily is attacking a unit with an even life stat, this attack gets +1, and you may return a card from your memory to your hand. Good, but kind of tricky to play off, because if they have an odd number of health, then it doesn't really do anything. That's still really expensive. Alright guys, we did not get anything impressive with this box. We have 1 box left to go. Huzzah! Yeah. All right, we'll take another quick break then. Then I'll open up the last box. Once we're done with that, we can swap over to Musume. Don't wait too long. See you in a bit. All right, I'm back. It's for the extended break. I had to help someone use the remote on my Apple TV in the living room. All right, their last box, guys. Let's hope we finally get something. And if we don't, well, it's not the end of the world. At least my wife got something. CL token. Bunch of stuff. Poison dagger. This one's new. No, this is a reprint. Poison dagger is good, but it's oh yeah, this isn't. I feel like I didn't sleeve the last big guy like that. I probably need to find it. I'll click next. And another token. Every single pack is a token. We're gonna have 1 billion tokens. Teasing either charge. I feel like we've only seen water chessmen. So I feel like Alice decks were meant to be water cards. But since Alice is only a level 1, it means that you play into Nico. Very interesting. And I don't get like this even life stat business either. Suppress target ally. Yeah. I don't think my wife is gonna be. Just want win. Snow White. Pretty sure Snow White is not part of Alice in Wonderland, is she? This is our first copy of her, though. Holy crap! Look at those. Look at that. Why are they so big? Level 1 on enter, rest target champion. It doesn't wake up during its controller's next wake up phase. If rest a champion you don't control would level up into a champion card, return that card to its owner's material deck instead. What? That's so funny. This basically prevents, as long as this is alive and the champion is rested, it prevents them from leveling up. That's hilarious. That is so funny. But it's so fragile, it's so easy to kill her. Here. One, yeah. She'll die from a sneeze. Wonder why they're called chessmen though. Oh, I guess it's because queen and rook and stuff like that. So far, I've only seen water chess pieces. Mento pocket. This one's the first time I've seen this card before for my ice pack, so this is the first time we've seen it. Cost 1 less to activate for Alice and CL. Banish Memento pocket and draw a card. The next attack you declare with a unit this turn gets +3. So, I believe you get a charge counter at the start of your recollection phase. So 3 turns from 3 turns from when you play this card, you get to draw a card and get something +3. So, not bad, but not great in my opinion. a cure for. He had Sombra. Oh, let's see. Anything good here? Raised slash. Put a buff counter on top of up to 2 target suited allies you control. But it's a warrior. So no one can use this. From this set at least. Lucenia's Reign. You got Snow White on 1. And it looks like that's Snow White, I'm pretty sure. And that's Lucenia. Draw a card into your memory. I mean, that's cool. Pay 2, discard a chessman command card. Target chessman you control gets +1 until the end of the turn, and draw a card into your memory. Meow. Welcome in, Meow Hong. And it's a Fantasia. Could be okay. I think I see the potential in it. It's discarding a chess card though. So it's just a cycle, I believe. I don't know, I feel like there aren't enough chessmen cards. At least I haven't been seeing them. Scourge. I don't know if I've seen this one. 1 less, or up to 2. So this could be as low as a 3-cost card. Look at target opponent's memory and discard a card from among them. If you have 5 or more omens with different reserve cards, discard an additional card from them. So this could be a discard 2. But I don't imagine you'll have 5 or more omens anytime soon. This is definitely a control card. That could be good. I just don't know how control CL really works. I guess it's similar to how... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Anna, Spirit. Yeah, we got both of them now. Same pack. Name's Wake. Ooh, we found our UR. Sorry, Mia. It's not the E-Throwing, it's CL's weapon. I couldn't find my wife's weapon, instead I found my own. Actually, this isn't even a weapon, it's a Fantasia. As long as you have 3 or more omens with different reserve cost cards, this card costs 3 less to activate. Your omens have, whenever an opponent activates a card with the same reserve cost as this omen, cover 1 and deal 1 damage to their champion. Yeah, this could be pretty good. I still think this is like a this is like better for water CL, I think. And I think the idea is that when you play a control, I think when you play most CL decks, barring like aggro CL, you just want to have many different reserve costs. And that really helps you out with different kind of synergies. I hope we get another UR in this box. It would be nice. I feel like my luck hasn't been too great. Can't believe we got 3 Rouge, Ace of Hearts. This is the first time I've seen this. It's an SR. Haven't seen... I can't believe we've pulled 3 Cheshires. I would have preferred something a little bit more variety in the old. Let's see, depending on the total reserve cost of suited objects you control, 6. Choose a unit, deal 3 damage to it. 10, choose a unit and deal 4 damage to it. Or 21, choose a unit and deal 8 damage to it. This, I think, comboed with the other card that is what, plus 10 additional attack if you have 21 omens. Well, I guess they kind of they don't really synergize because this requires units to be on the field. I am kind of curious if when you play her, does she count as a suited character? So then would you basically need to have 20 reserve costs on the field before you play Rouge? So I'm thinking like you have Queen because she's 10. That'll be the easiest one. Then you have some other cards that add up to 10. And then you play her. I feel like the suited cards is way too big brain for me. Arts. Frostbind, Lingering Banshee. This one I don't think we've seen on stream, but I've definitely seen this before. Lingering Banshee, Ephemerate, 6 cost. As long as you control one or more ephemeral objects, this costs 3 less to activate this way. So this just means if this is in the graveyard, you can play it onto the field as an ephemeral card. Could be good, provided you have at least one other ephemeral card already on the field. Then it costs play. You're just constantly bringing your units back onto the after they've died, which is actually quite. Oh, I see something shiny. I see something full card art and shiny. What is it? Excalibur, Foil Excalibur, which we already have. Sorry. This is a gorgeous card. Probably worth a bit too, but I'm sorry it's not the Ether Wing that you wanted. That would have been cool. Excalibur. Foil Excalibur. This is probably worth quite a bit. Maybe like 60 or 80 bucks. That is a gorgeous card. I like that a lot. But hey, we actually did get 2 yours in the box. And one of them was a foil. I can respect that. Merlin bonus gets +1 on destroy. Summon a token copy of a non-distortion regalia you control with member cost 0. It comes distortion in addition to its other types. That's cool. Probably worth putting in a top loader too. So we got something good out of my boxes finally. It only took another foil here, Peppered Chef. Actually, I didn't even finish looking at the rest of these cards. Sleeve this foil real quick. And then exploit vulnerability, Ranger Strides. We've seen that before. This one we have not seen. This was an SR. We got a UR, foil, and an SR in the same pack, which is pretty good. Use 1 if your champion is distant, choose 2 instead. Oh, okay. I have seen this before. If a unit is attacking, each ether charge card in that attacker's intent gains on hit. Load this card into an Ether Wing weapon you control. So basically, this lets you recycle the ether charge cards, which is very strong. I like this card. It's pretty good. That would be crazy if we got another UR in this box, but that's asking for too much. Nothing of note. We have so many CLs. Hyenas. They love stuffing these sets with champion cards and tokens. Whereas if you already bought the starter deck, then you have no reason to. Have even more of them. This is an SR Expeditious Opening. This one I still can't figure out how it's a good card, or like what it combos well with. It just gives you fast activation on any ally in your hand. Recycle itself. Rictus Tiding. Vanishing Eclipse. We saw this. We have a foil version of this. Hang on to cards. Let's see here. It's assumption. Yeah. It is kind of, it does feel kind of bad when, if you know the rates in each box and you've already seen like all of the, you know, if you've seen all the SRs pulled, you see all the URs pulled, then it's hard to feel like you're looking forward to something, because you know that the next cards just aren't going to be nearly as good. Four of Hearts, I think that's the first time we've seen him. You guys know what I mean? It's like you already know that the remaining packs don't have anything good in them. Now you can be pleasantly surprised if the rates are off, but it doesn't happen very often. Usually it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. Draw a card into your memory, then put a fire or normal element suited ally with reserve cost 3 or less from your memory onto the field. This is a fantastic card. This really helps with getting suited allies on the field. So if you're playing a suited deck, I would definitely use this card. I'm kind of curious what a suited CL deck would look like, because you already play multiple like different reserve costs, so it kind of plays well into it. I'm just not sure if I would or something. Maybe I'll think about it. Yeah, this is kind of what I mean though. It's like you're flipping through all these cards. You almost kind of know that the remaining packs aren't going to be nearly as good. Home of Ignorance. Champions you don't control get -1. Finish. That is weird. Not great either. One level. I guess it could screw with like certain mages, or if there's any card effects that require you to be a certain level for it to trigger. Well, if that's particularly frequent though. Another Vacuous. Foil Pride Smith. Revealant Adjutant. I think that's a new one. Haunt on Death. Put an Omen counter on it. Actually, no, we have seen that. An Obsequious Blow. Seven attack. Quality is it? Alright. Put a sleeve on this foil. Still a lion man. A sword. Common foils are typically they're alright. Many of them kind of feel lazy. They're just like a sort of a one-dimensional hollow. Five hearts. Would not play 5 of hearts. Imperial Accord. I think that's probably my second one. I think we have one. But no, I think this is my third one. This would be very funny to play against Diana. Especially the one that makes her double attack. Pull up. Quite a lot of these. Alright guys, it's my last pack. Let's see if there's gonna be anything good in this. Right, we start off with Diana. We have like a dozen of these at this point. Another misprinted necklace of foresight. Also have a dozen of those. Probably should be holding it closer to the camera since the auto focus is a little bit higher. Trouns, Bauble, Scarcity, Roseward, and Extorting Blackjack. Already pulled one of these, right? I think it's kind of a meme. Could be pretty good, but I think it's a meme. It does synergize pretty well with I think I need to do the math in my head, but I'm wondering like if you had 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7, does that get you to 21? Let's see. You know what does get you to 21? It's 1 through 6, right? 1, 3, 6, 4. 1, 3, 6, 4 is 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. Wait, what am I saying? 1, 3, 6, 10 is 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. Plus 5 plus 6 is gets you to 21. So if you have an Omen for cost 1 through 6, which you can do by, if you're lucky, you can do that by like turn 7. Then you can Extorting Blackjack to basically win the game. That's 12 damage. No, it's not 12 damage, it's 14 damage because CL gets plus 2 when he has like, I think 4 or more Omens. That's a pretty heavy hit. And you heal back. You heal back 6, so. This is, you have to play, you know, 1 through 6 cards, cost cards. But if you have a way to just, oh no, 6 is just heavy swings. That's pretty easy. And then maybe if you went the the suited route, you could have 1 fire, 1 through 4. The 5 of hearts kind of sucks. I think that's the lion or the rhino. That's the rhino man. I think he comes out with hindered. You probably have to find a different 5 cost. But all right, that's it, guys. That's all of the packs I have to open. Actually, wait. Yep. Okay. Right. They're all open. So let's recap. So these stack of commons, whatever, you have a billion of them now. They're not that great. Imperial Accords, quite a bit of them. Just gonna stack up my SRs, we'll put the foils together. This is probably worth good money, this Excalibur. Let me see if I can refocus. Yeah, so I think Excalibur, the foil Excalibur is gonna be worth a bit. Ace of Hearts. Saudi here, Vortex. It's another UR I got. Snow White could be good. Beguiling Coup, I actually have a couple of those. In Castellan, we have the Queen of Hearts. This could actually this would actually also be good to, then this eliminates the need to get the 1 through 4, and then all you need is 5 and 6. With 5 and 6, yeah, that'd just be like 3 turns. I don't know, it could work. I could be crazy, but it could work. Especially since, like, you can actually play this card without having to spend 10 reserve. An SR, foil. This is an SR. I feel like we have quite a bit of these regal. Another Cheshire Cat. I think you guys can see past the Excalibur, right? No, you can't see past Saudi or Vortex. Stellaron Shift. Foils. Weaving Mana Stream. Unfortunately, we only got one of those. Here's the normal Alice, if you're curious. Queen. Foil, Tempered Steel, foil, Song of Frost. Humpty Dumpty. Duchess 6. Duchess 6 is actually also pretty good. And then another Imperial. Dumpty, yeah. Alice, Golden Queen. So I think the value cards here gotta be this one. This is our value card. Not nearly as much as the CUR, but like a foil UR. Okay. I know I've been saying I was gonna switch over to the stream, but we're actually pretty late. I realized I actually had to do something before midnight tonight. I think I'm gonna take care of that instead. I should be back Saturday. I haven't decided what I'm playing on Saturday. Maybe it'll be more Fire Emblem. I guess we'll see. But I'm gonna clean all this up. Thank you all for coming in and watching me open these packs. I'm kind of impressed that I was able to open them faster than I did last time, at least. Well, there you were. 4 URs and 3 boxes, not bad. Actually, yeah, 4 URs and 3 boxes. Yeah, because I got These 4. We already have 2 more of these. This is, we have 1 copy of this. We have 1 copy. Maybe we can sell this. Okay. How about we go find someone to raid? SR cards. I think overall it's, I mean, overall it's obviously one of the most profitable cases we've ever opened. Not because of anything I opened, of course, but definitely this card right here. That is fantastic. All right, let's see who's live and who we can raid. Why did I listen to myself? Who's up? Got you? Maybe we'll say hi to Una. It's her birthday. I'm stuck in an ad. It's only 15 seconds though. It's okay. I think we can go say hi to Una. She's gonna be she's gonna be streaming for another 13 hours. Okay. Let's go say hi to Wuna. Let's wish her a happy birthday. And I'll see you guys later this week. Have a good night. Bye-bye.